I had to make some space on my phone. All right, we're going to keep going. Paragraph 12, lesson 151. Such is your resurrection, for your life is not a part of anything you see. It stands beyond the body and the world, past every witness for unholiness, within the holy, holy as itself. In everyone and everything, his voice would speak to you of nothing but yourself and your Creator, who is one with him. So will you see the holy face of Christ in everything, and hear in everything no sound except the echo of God's voice. So the echo, you see the echo, you hear the echo of God's voice in everything. And this line is very important. Your life is not a part of anything you see. It stands beyond the body and the world, past every witness for unholiness, within the holy, holy as itself. So you're not really here, right? Your reality is not really here in this world, in this body. Your true reality is beyond the world and the body. The Holy Spirit will help you to see that, right? Will help you to understand that. And until you hear only one voice, right? Until you hear only the Holy Spirit's voice, and you do not hear the ego at all. The ego's voice might still be there, right? But it's a faint echo, right? The Holy Spirit's echo of God's voice is all you really hear, okay? Paragraph 13, we practice wordlessly today, except at the beginning of the time we spend with God. We introduce these times with but a single slow repeating of the thought with which the day begins. And then we watch our thoughts, appealing silently to Him who sees the elements of truth in them. Let Him evaluate each thought that comes to mind, remove the elements of dreams, and give them back again as clean ideas that do not contradict the will of God. So we practice by watching our thoughts and cleaning our thoughts. In a way, we purify our thoughts by seeing them as the Holy Spirit sees them. That is, without judgment, right? We remove the judgment from our thoughts, and we see only the good, only the positive, only the what is loving, because only what is loving is true. And this is like jnana yoga. This is like separating out the false from the true. Paragraph 14, give Him your thoughts, and He will give them back as miracles which joyously proclaim the wholeness and the happiness God wills His Son as proof of his eternal love. And as each thought is thus transformed, it takes on healing power from the mind which saw the truth in it and failed to be deceived by what was falsely added. All the threads of fantasy are gone, and what remains is unified into a perfect thought that offers its perfection everywhere. Perfect thought, capital T. There's only one thought, really. There's only the thought, the one thought that God and the Son share together. And, we don't even have to define what that thought is, but we can say it's just one love, right? It's just, there's only oneness, there's only love. So we're moving, my mind holds only what I think with God. And that's that one thought, right? Anything else, I let go. I just lovingly let go of. I just say that's not true, and I don't have to. I let it go. I don't have to take it seriously. I don't have to suffer as a result of the whatever thoughts that those thoughts are. Right? I don't have to let those thoughts trouble me whatsoever. That's, I used to do that. Personally, and I'm just talking in general now, but we all know what that feels like, and we don't have to do that. That's crucifixion, right? That's crucifying yourself by dwelling on those negative thought patterns, right? Which are all egoic. 13, spend 15 minutes thus when you awake. It's funny, this is paragraph 15. Spend 15 minutes thus when you awake, and gladly give another 15 more before you go to sleep. So you start 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes before you go to bed. Your ministry begins as all your thoughts are purified. So are you taught to teach the Son of God the holy lesson of His sanctity. No one can fail to listen. When you hear the voice for God, give honor to God's Son. and everyone would share the thoughts with you, which he has retranslated in your mind. So the voice for God, the Holy Spirit, has this work of retranslating the ego's thoughts into pure holy thoughts, right? The one thought of God. Your ministry begins as all your thoughts are purified. That's a great line. So are you taught to teach the Son of God the holy lesson of sanctity. So you do, as you do this work, you are also becoming a teacher of God that teaches the world the truth of what they are, right? Everyone will listen to that because everyone knows that that is true, right? So, and you don't even have to use words, but sometimes you might. But there's many ways that you can teach this. But basically, there's only one lesson that you're teaching, which is the Son of God is without sin, right? No guilt, no sin, no judgment. 16, such is your Eastertide, right? Resurrection. And so you lay the gift of snow white lilies on the world, replacing witnesses to sin and death. Through your transfiguration is the world redeemed and joyfully released from guilt. Now do we lift our resurrected minds in gladness and in gratitude to him who has restored our sanity to us. So that is, to God we give gladness and gratitude, but also to the Holy Spirit. We're transfigured, we're resurrected through this work, through this practice, through this cleansing of our minds. 17, and we will hourly remember him who is salvation and deliverance. As we give thanks, the world unites with us and happily accepts our holy thoughts, which heaven has corrected and made pure. Now has our ministry begun at last. It says it again. To carry round the world the joyous news that truth has no illusions, and the peace of God through us belongs to everyone. This is beautiful. Beautiful and true and good, and hope it's helping you. I hope it's helping you to do that work of clearing your mind of the debris, right? Clearing your mind of what is false, and learning to accept only what is true, right? Only what is true is loving. Only what is true is to see that all things are working together for the good, and that God wills for you only good and only happiness, and that is your will for everyone and for yourself. So you got to get the ego out of the way, which is anything other than that, right? Any thoughts that are trying to compete with that, you quiet those thoughts, and you learn to listen only to one voice, which is the voice for God. And and then all things become echoes for the voice for God. Everything you see, hear, touch, taste, smell is only an echo of that one voice, right? Everything in the world then becomes a witness for the truth and not for the false. Lesson 152 is next. The power of decision is my own. We'll see you there. And forgive me for not cleansing my phone before I started. I'm going to do another video today on, again, on the Bhagavad Gita. I'm doing videos up until I release my translation of the Bhagavad Gita on November 5th. And so if you're interested, stay tuned for that. I'm trying to connect that also to Course in Miracles because it really does connect. And anyway, I'll see you there maybe, and say the Course. See you soon.